Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are here in Chiang Mai, Thailand. We are staying at Glory Condominiums. I'm going to give you a quick tour of the amenities and then we'll go up and check out our room. All right, guys, we are up here on, it's actually the 6th floor. You take the elevator to the 5th floor and then up one set of stairs and you're up here at the pool. So this is the literally rooftop pool, but it's the 6th floor. It's a nice size pool. Now, this time of the year is a little cool, so as you can see, it is empty. Every time I've been up here, it's been empty. And it does stay a little on the cooler side, water-wise. Pretty views, though, from out here. But there aren't very many chairs. There's only 3, but as you can see, I don't think this pool gets used very often. And see this white building right here that also says Glory? That building is also owned by the same people who own this building, Glory Condominium. So it's all the same. You can see planes taking off from here, which is pretty cool. The airport's really not that far from this part of the city. And I actually see there's a building over here with the orange roof, but right in front of it is like construction. There's a dog sitting up there wagging his tail, having the time of his life. He must have such a great view from over there. But yeah, this is pretty much the rooftop area. There is one more set of stairs. They're actually pretty big steps, and then you have this little area over here just to kind of sit and hang out, and then there's like a bar there, a couple chairs there where you can sit and look out also. So that was a quick overview of the amenities here at Glory Condominium, but its best amenity is the apartment itself, so let's go down and take a look at that. We are on floor number 2. So I'm going to head to the elevator and go down, and let's take a look at that. Okay, so we are in the apartment. As I said, this is on the 2nd floor. It's actually a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, which is really quite nice. It's a lot more than we need, but we thought, hey, looked like a nice place, so we thought we would go for it. One thing I really like about this unit is that it's at the end of the hall. So the whole building honestly is very quiet, but I like being at the end of the hall because we're one of the farthest units away from the elevators, first of all, and also you're close to like the stairs, the emergency stairs to go down. Like I said, it's on the 2nd floor, so it's not too far down there. But we're gonna start here at the entrance. This is the door that I came in on, and it has like a digital keypad on it, and that's how you get in, with the digital keypad on the other side. And this actually has a camera. This is a camera that you can see on the other side. Like, see, there's nobody out there in the hallway. You can see the hallway. That's just the door across from us there. Light switches are right here. And then here you have kind of like a landing area. We use it as a place to put our meds and things like that for the day. There is quite a bit of space up here, and then there's also space Down here, you can put slippers and things like that. And so this is where we put our shoes when we come in and switch to our slippers. So that's what we have right here at the entrance. Let's take a nice look at this whole space here. Living room, dining room, and then the kitchen over here. It's nice to have full-size fridge. And then it has a tray inside where you can make ice and just flip it. And then you've got a little ice tray in there, which is nice. So there's plenty of room in there, way more than we actually need. The table is really nice with the 4 chairs, because as you can see, Rob is using this as a desk so he can work when I'm asleep, because I'll show you, we actually have a desk in each of the rooms, but I'll explain to you when we get there what that looks like. We have been living here for a month. We're getting ready to move out. So we've got lots going on here. Microwave and the hob. Now, this air fryer is not one of the things that came with the unit. We're moving to a different unit, a different condo building here in Chiang Mai, and we're gonna bring this air fryer with us. We use it kind of as an oven, essentially, so that we can reheat things like pizza. I also make like biscuits in here as well, and just other things like that. I've actually baked cakes and brownies and things like that in these. And this was actually, shockingly enough, it was 30 USD delivered, actually 27 USD delivered from Big C to our condo building here. Which is really crazy. Lots of great things they've got for you. The cutting board. These knives are actually really nice and sharp, which is amazing because a lot of times in Airbnbs, they are not. And then even the scissors here. And you've got silverware and all your cooking utensils in here. Plates, bowls. And this is one of the pans. I've got something here for dinner, so that's why it's still sitting there. And look at how much cupboard space. There's so much cupboard space to store stuff. Way more than we were even able to use. Most of these, half of these at least, are empty. So tons and tons of space. Nice sink area here. Also, one thing to note is there is no hot water at this sink. This is the only place where there's no hot water. There's hot water at the sinks in the bathroom and of course in the shower, but this sink here, no hot water. So what I do, this is what I tend to do when I'm in this situation, and that is I use the kettle and I boil up some water, and that's actually what I use for hot water when I need to, wash like a pan, like a greasy pan or something like that, or plates or whatever. So that's always what I do when I need hot water, because it happens more often than not that that's the case. So again, here's what the whole living room looks like. And there's 3 air conditioning units in this apartment. One is here in the living room. And then you've got a nice TV here. Tons of outlets, by the way. If you need electrical outlets, there's tons of them. There's some right behind this plant. There's a couple of them right there. And there's a couple more over there by the door on the way out. So really nice. TV probably could have been a little bit bigger, but honestly, not really any complaints. Out here, it's not really a balcony for sitting, but it's great. This drying rack is actually awesome because you can hang so many things on it, and it also folds down part of it. It has rollers on it, which makes it really nice to move around. And as I said, there's 3 air conditioning units in here. So those are the fans, I guess, for them out there. Couch is actually pretty comfortable, and I do love this little footstool there to put your feet on. As far as view, yeah, it's on the 2nd floor, so you're not really gonna see much from the 2nd floor, but where this condo is located, there's really not a ton to look at unless you're on the 5th floor facing the other side of the building. Then you would get to see maybe a little bit of the mountains, but yeah, so let's go into the master bedroom. And as I mentioned, so many electrical outlets. Look at this, two. They're just kind of everywhere. 2 more right here. All right, so this is the master. There's no pillows in here because we're actually sleeping in the other room because this room shares a wall with the apartment next door, but the other room doesn't share a wall with anybody. It's just out to the stairwell. So we decided we liked that better. Got my suitcase over here. As I said, we're packing back up to get ready to move. So I use this desk here. I kind of use this room as my dressing room. So all of my things are in here. And I use this as my desk for work, for editing videos and other things. I do that there. And then this is actually my suitcase and all of my things. And just kind of take a nice look here. Again, electrical outlets 2 and 2, so plenty there. And then right here is actually where the closet is. So this is where I keep my stuff. And you've got shelving in here, which I'm not using this side. I basically put all my things on this side, the stuff I'm hanging, and I've already packed up most of it. Just a few things left in here, workout clothes, pajamas, things like that. I like this little vanity area. You can actually bring the chair from the desk over here. These drawers actually open. So you've got 2 of those, and then a nice mirror here. I like this vanity mirror here. As you can see, I actually use it for the very tiny amount of makeup that I use. Here's the bathroom that I've been using. This is a Japanese style toilet. It's very interesting. I'm going to show you what it does in just a second. It's probably the most interesting toilet we've ever had. You got the sink here, and then here's the mirror. It's huge. It's really nice. There is a fan in here, so when you turn the light switch on, it also turns the fan on. Now there is kind of a peculiar situation with the shower. So notice I have this little squeegee right here angled, because what happens is this drain, there's actually a hole. So if it fills up at all, it all slides out and it makes a big mess out here. I'm not really sure who designed that. It is not a good design. We have another squeegee that we use that's actually in the other shower. We share it, and we just put it there to block when we're taking a shower, and that helps to slow down the flow of the water coming out. So let's talk about this toilet. It does have a remote that you can use to operate it. But the interesting part is there's a switch, or there's a sensor right here. So if I put my foot in front of it, like that, it set it off. And that's how it flushes. So yeah, there's no flush button. You just put your foot right by that little sensor right there. As soon as you get up, so there's actually a sensor on the seat. So if you're sitting, you're not gonna set it off. So see that red dot? It tells you that's the sensor. So if you're sitting down on the toilet, it's not gonna go off. But as soon as you get up and it feels that you're not sitting there anymore, anything that passes right here is gonna set it off. There is storage over here. And then in here is also your washer. And it's just a washer, not a washer and dryer combo. I showed you the rack outside. Honestly, it dries super fast, so it's really not a huge deal. But this is really good. I also like that they have a lot of hooks in here, but you can also hang your towels here too. And they're monogrammed because I think they have them all for, I told you earlier that they also own the Glory Boutique Hotel. So everything is branded for that, even these condominiums. So that's pretty cool. So that's this side. Now the other side, this is not the this is the master, because it's actually the bigger of the 2 rooms. But like I said, we only sleep in the other room. So that's how come we chose to do that way. So let's head over here. Again, more outlets, 2 here, 4 there, 4 over there. It's wild. So here in this little foyer area, you've got all your light switches. This will be for this foyer area, for the bathroom and for the bedroom. And this is actually the closet for the bedroom. And that's how come the other one had the closet inside. That's why it's the ensuite one. And this one is the other one. You got some hangers and a couple of shelves. And then over here, you've got some shelves. And that worked out pretty good for us. Okay, this is the other bathroom. And similar to the other one, it's just slightly smaller than that one. And you've got a sink here, and the mirror, which is really nice. And then it's got the same situation as the other one with the commodes. So if you need to flush it, you just put your foot in front of the sensor and it will go off. So this is what I was saying in the other bathroom is, see this little squeegee? We set that there to help block off that hole that's right there. It was such a bizarre design to do that. And then the nice thing about this bathroom is this is the bathroom that your guests will use. They can come in through this door, but you can also, if there's somebody staying in this room, then they've got a door that goes right into the bedroom from there. So this is a pretty nice room here too. It's pretty good size. Like I said, this is the one that we're actually sleeping in. So there's another desk here, but Rob's using the one out there because we're obviously using this room to sleep in. And that's his bag over there, but we did just have his stuff in the closet. And then this is the other room. I mean, it's a pretty good size too, to be honest. It's maybe a little bit narrower than the other one, but it's really not bad at all. And you've got 2 nightstands, 2 electrical outlets at each one of the nightstands, which is good. And then you do get pretty good light in here too, if you want it. Just look at how pretty it is here right now. So yeah, like I said, we stayed here for a month. We did really enjoy our stay. It is such a quiet building. What I did like about it quite a bit is that it's not totally full like Airbnb. There's a lot of people in here who are actually living here. I love the safety features. At nighttime, they have a guard that sits there. I don't know that this is not really a scary neighborhood or anything like that. It's actually a super safe neighborhood. I mean, it's Thailand. It's super safe city anyways, but they do have a guard down there at night. As I showed you coming up the elevator, when you register, they register one of your fingers for your fingerprint for the elevator, and that's how you get up and down the elevator. You can go on any floor that way with access, as long as you have access to the elevator with your fingerprint, then you're good to go. So that was pretty easy. There were plenty of things that were close enough. The grocery store was close enough. I mean, everything was basically 5 to 7 minute walk from the unit that we wanted to go to while we were here. We were here just kind of relaxing and kind of settling back in from a very busy year. So we really enjoyed our stay here. Such a quiet building, and the amenities were just enough for what we needed. Like I said, we're here during this is kind of high season for Chiang Mai because it's before burning season. We were here mid-November to mid-December, and we paid about $1,700 on Airbnb. Obviously the price varies depending on when you come to stay and which unit you get. Like I said, this is a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom full, as you saw, and it is really quite nice. I would definitely stay here again. The host was fantastic. Everything about it was great. Again, Glory Condominium. If you're looking for it on Airbnb, you could check that out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the tour of this place. Let me know what you think down in the comments, or if you have questions. Hopefully you enjoyed the stay with us here in Chiang Mai as much as we enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.